Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin, and welcome to my NFL 2017 Week 1 picks. Now, usually how I do the picks, Wednesday night, Thursday, sometime Thursday before the game, I'll make the pick, the Thursday night pick on Twitter just because that's one game, and there's a big gap between Sunday and Monday from Thursday. And a lot of times as you get onto the season, guys get injured, become questionable, probable, and it'll be a huge impact. Guys who can really sway your decisions in terms of which team you're picking from week to week. But because it's the first game of the week, I'll probably do this for this week, next week maybe. But first week, outside of if a guy had a freak injury before now in the regular in the preseason training camp or whatever, for the most part, majority of the guys are healthy. But let's go and get into the picks. 8:30 Thursday night, Kansas City Chiefs head to New England to play the Patriots. I like the Patriots in this game. The loss of Julian Edelman is big, but Gronk's gonna be back. They finessed Brandon Cooks from the Saints. Defense is still good. You still got Tom Brady. Deion Lewis is back. James White, of course, is backing him up. So those receiving running backs are going to kill other teams' linebackers. I like the Patriots in this one. They barely lose at home. The Chiefs are a good team. With Alex Smith's been there. He's played well. He's not the guy they want for their future. Clearly that's Mahomes, but he's a rookie. So they're not going to just throw him out to the fire against the Patriots. Against the Patriots at home? No way. I like the Patriots in this one. Sunday, September 10th. Oh, and before I get through the Monday games, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Miami Dolphins game has been rescheduled to November 19th, obviously because of the Hurricane Irma. So, as looking through this list, I had kind of looked that up. Of course, I didn't see those two teams on the schedule, so I was just wondering. But that game has been rescheduled November 19th. First game, New York Jets head to Buffalo to play the Bills. I like the Bills. Both teams are a train wreck, but the Bills are less of a train wreck. Give me the Bills. Next 1 o'clock game, Philadelphia Eagles head to Washington to play the Redskins. Division game could go either way. I like the Redskins. Wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles beat them, but I like the Redskins. I'm going to give them the advantage slightly because of home, the home field advantage. Next 1 o'clock game, Oakland Raiders head to Tennessee to play Titans. The Titans are a sleeper team. The big question, how will Mariota play? From last season to this season, how much has he improved in terms of being an NFL quarterback, sitting in the pocket and throwing the ball? That's the biggest question for the Titans. But they're an improved team. Offensive line has improved. Marco Murray had a good year. Defense has improved. But I like the Raiders. I like the addition of Marshawn Lynch. Derek Carr is back, healthy. Biggest question for them, defense. Outside of Khalil Mack, how will these other guys play? We know Khalil Mack's a beast, defensive player of the year last year. How will they play? I like that offense. I think they can score on anybody in the league. Next 1 o'clock game, Jacksonville Jaguars head to Houston and play the Texans. Even the Texans, man. I'm not picking no damn Jaguars. Blake Bortles, are you serious? There's no way I'm picking the Jaguars against really anyone. Maybe the Browns, possibly, or I guess you could pick them over the Browns if they play, or the Rams or something. But anybody else, I'm probably gonna pick against them. Next game, next 1 o'clock game, Arizona Cardinals head to Detroit to play the Lions. Cardinals had an off season, had a bad season last year, man. They got the talent. They definitely have the talent. The Lions, they overachieved. You looking back at their games, a lot of their games were comebacks. I believe they had like 10 comebacks fourth quarter comebacks last season. So they definitely overachieved, and you can see as they kind of fell apart near the end of the season. Matthew Stafford was a legit MVP candidate at a point in the season. But that eventually started to fall apart as the team around them started to play even worse than they were playing before. And that's why they got destroyed in the playoffs. And he kind of fell out of MVP candidacy. I like the Lions in this one. Kind of feel as though they didn't necessarily improve a lot, but I'll give them the edge in this one because I think people are really undervaluing Matthew Stafford. I think he's going to have a big game. Next 1 o'clock game, Pittsburgh Steelers head to Cleveland, play the Browns. I like the Steelers. Browns have played them tough, but Browns are bad, man. I definitely like the Steelers. They have more weapons. They even stole Joe Hayden from the Browns, so give me the Steelers. Next 1 o'clock game, Atlanta Falcons head to Chicago, play the Bears. Now, the situation with the Bears is obviously there's really nothing to think about. I'm picking the Falcons, but the situation with the Bears, Mike Glenn's the quarterback, but Trubisky's going to be the guy who he's the future. He's the future of that football team at that quarterback position. It's kind of the same situation I see with Houston. You can also see kind of what with the Chiefs, although the Chiefs quarterback situation, at least in terms of who's the guy that start, isn't as bad as the Bears or the Texans. But you can kind of see the similarities. With the Texans, Tom Savage is starting quarterback, but Deshaun Watson is going to be the guy for the future. Same thing with the Bears. Trubisky's going to be the guy for the future. I like the Falcons, though. Way too many offensive weapons. And defensively, they could stop the Bears. Bears are still a rebuilding team. Give me the Falcons in that one. Last of the Sunday 1 o'clock games, Baltimore Ravens head to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. No Joe Flacco for the Ravens. Give me the Bengals. Division rivalry. They're going to play them tough, but I like the Bengals. A healthier team. Start of the 4 o'clock game, Indianapolis Colts head to St. Louis to play the Rams. The Colts Andrew Luck's not going to play. And I'm still going to pick the Colts against the Rams. Rams can't score at all. The offense, looking at last year, this is what I got to go off of. And you're looking at who they got on paper. Offensive line doesn't protect well. They don't have a bunch of offense weapons. Now, they did add Sammy Watkins, but can he stay healthy? And can his quarterback stay upright to get in the ball? Throughout the season. I like the Colts in this one. Next game, the Carolina Panthers head to San Francisco to play the 49ers. 49ers, teams mostly been gutted. Complete rebuild mode. I like the Panthers. We'll have to see how the draft choices really pan out for them. Of course, Christian McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel. We'll have to see how these guys really affect the offense and what offense change to accommodate their skill set. I like the Panthers in this one. Last of the 4 o'clock Sunday games, the Seattle Seahawks head to Green Bay to play the Packers. Definitely, for some people, that game of the week. These teams have seen each other quite a bit. So, yeah. There's some bad blood between these two teams, especially you go back a couple years ago when the Seahawks got that ridiculous cash when they had the replacement refs and all that BS. This one's tough. I feel as though Seahawks overall the better team, just because the Packers aren't as good defensively. You got Aaron Rodgers, obviously got the better offense. Aaron Rodgers is going to go out there and make plays. But I like Seattle overall as the better team. I think defensively they're going to be better. You bring in Sheldon Richardson from the Jets. You do give up Jermaine Kearse, who was a huge component to your offense. I like the Seahawks in this one. In the past, they haven't necessarily been a good road team. They've improved that as a road team. And I feel as though they'll be able to get the stops against Green Bay. Whereas Green Bay, unless they surprise us, I don't see them getting the stops. So I like the Seahawks in this one. The Sunday night game, which is this is probably most people's game of the week. Not necessarily for me, just because there's one player missing. And that's the New York Giants are heading to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Now, the player I'm referring to is Ezekiel Elliott, who was suspended for 6 games. The suspension was upheld. That's unfortunate for the Cowboys, he was their best player last year. And he really turned around that offense. And just goes to show you can have a good offensive line, but if you don't have a good enough running back who can see those holes, it doesn't matter. I like the Giants in this one. They've played them well. Dak Prescott, how's he going to play in his sophomore year? How's he going to play when he has to be the guy to make more plays? He's going to have to make more plays with his arm. He doesn't have that. It's not a run-first mentality Cowboys offense. They're still going to run the ball heavy, but it's not going to be as effective as if when you have Ezekiel Elliott. So give me the Giants, despite Eli Manning's waning quarterback ability. Monday night games. There's 2 Monday night games. First game, New Orleans Saints head to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Vikings defense is good. They started to fall apart as the season went on just because the offense really couldn't stay on the field, so the defense stayed on the field longer. Lose Cordell Patterson. He was a big free agent. Who was a big special teams guy. The Saints, Adrian Peterson. They do lose Brandon Cooks, but you got Drew Brees. Drew Brees making plays with all those weapons he has. I like the Saints in this one just because of if they can score 21, in the 20s, the Vikings have a hard time scoring points, man. The Saints defense isn't that good, but against the Vikings offense, they're going to look good. Give me the Saints. And at 10:20 p.m. on Monday, Los Angeles Chargers head to Denver, play the Broncos. This is a tough one just because 2 division rivals. The Broncos had some issues. Trevor Siemian wasn't the guy they wanted. He didn't play as well as they hoped as their quarterback. You lose T.J. Ward. You still got Chris Harris to keep the lead. Of course, Von Miller. Running game, the running back depth isn't that great because at the start of the season, the running game was really good. It started to fall apart as the season went on, as injuries started happening to these running backs. I like the Chargers. Phillip Rivers, he gets a lot of blame for everything that goes wrong with the Chargers, but his offensive line sucks. His weapons haven't been as good. Antonio Gates has been aging. Still can go out there and make plays, but I like Phillip Rivers in this game. I like the Chargers in this game against the Broncos. Division rival game could go either way, but I'm going to go with the Chargers. Now, let me know what you think down in the comment section. What's your game of the week? It's tough to say for me. I would probably lean towards Seahawks Packers. Probably lean towards that game. But like I said, let me know what you think about start of the regular season. Who's your favorite team? How do you expect them to do? Of course, as I do these picks each week, I'm going to accumulate all the picks, and by the end of the season, we'll see how I did, see how everyone else did. But like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.